We are so excited to be at the Education 2.0 Conference 2023. Please introduce yourself and the organization you represent today.
Thank you. I'm Jeff Klubeck, and I'm representing the Integrity Game.
Amazing. You are an Education 2.0 Conference USA Summer 23 honoree. How does it feel to receive recognition for your accomplishments?
Yeah, there's a little bit of disbelief, right? Are you sure you got the right guy? And I remember I was at the Global Forum for Education Leadership 2 years ago, and I'd been retired for 4 years from the classroom. So I was really asking, like, seriously, are you sure you got the right guy? I've been out of the classroom. What, an award? But I'm unretired now. The Integrity Game is a book that I wrote, and it was noticed by the dean at San Diego State University, which was my alma mater, and one thing led to another. I got invited back to teach. So I'm unretired. I'm back in the classroom. I use the Integrity Game to get learners engaged. And now I got a better story to tell at the conference. So now it's like, you know what? Thank you for the award. I feel deserving, and I'm proud. And the truth of it all is that whatever I'm getting here is just getting repackaged to give out to others. So we're going to pay it forward.
Absolutely. That's amazing. What advice would you give to someone wanting to follow in your footsteps?
Well, don't do it. No. Right. You go barefoot, right? Honestly, I could tell you that I know that there's giants whose shoulders I've stood on. You follow, but I'm not a big fan of this following footsteps because everybody carves their own path. Fingerprints are unique to the individual. So if I'm providing inspiration, or if I'm giving somebody an idea, or if somebody already has an idea and I'm giving them more courage, I want you have your own path, right? And I want to see your footsteps, and I want to. Right, so I don't see myself. Don't follow my footsteps, because then you have to marry my wife, raise my kids, do my own. Don't follow my footsteps. But if I provide inspiration, or if I provide a framework or a structure or anything like that, then that's going to make a difference. But be yourself at all times. Be yourself. You're the only one of you got.
I think that's really good advice.
Yeah.
How has your learning and networking experience been so far at the Education 2.0 Conference USA Summer 23?
Yeah. Listen, it's fantastic. Most of the people here are here for very similar reasons, and I think that the organizers are doing a great job, because it's not just one conference, Education 2.0, but Health 2.0 and marketing and real estate law. So it's a really fantastic, I'm enjoying watching how all of the infrastructure of it all, it's just hard enough to just get one room going, but all these rooms and all these moving parts and all these sessions, all these panels, all these speakers. So it's very, very, very impressive. And it would just be enough to come here and interact with educators, the like-mindedness. If you're an educator at all, there's a bond that we all have, a shared understanding. But it's absolutely more valuable to be able to interact with other conference attendees from these other verticals, because on some level they all overlap. There's an integrate. So the networking is just day one right now. We've got 2 more days to go, and it's already wonderful, and I'm expecting it to get even better.
Absolutely. Where can others reach you for collaboration and advice?
Okay, I'm easy to find on LinkedIn. That's probably the best or easiest place. LinkedIn is a very well-known platform. Jeff Klubeck, very easy to find. I still respond to all my social media and my email. Amazon.com, The Integrity Game. You're not going to reach me, but if you buy the book, I'll know, and I'll thank you. Anyway, so I'm easy to find. I would say LinkedIn. Send me a message on LinkedIn, and things are growing, but I still respond to all my own messages. So I'm looking forward to hearing from anyone.
Amazing. So what is the Integrity Game?
Yeah, the Integrity Game, it started off as a label that I had for an accountability conversation. So in coaching, right? Let's say somebody commits to something in one session, and then in the next session, they got a report. Yes or no, did you or didn't you? So if yes, that's easy. You positively reinforce and condition that. But if they say, no, I didn't do what I said I was going to do, now we got to play the Integrity Game. So we got to have so it started off as a dialogue, but then I was invited to do a keynote speech for the Specialty Advertising Association of California. And I gave them the usual suspect topics like time management, but I threw the Integrity Game in there just to make the list more colorful, and they chose the Integrity Game. So then I had to expand it to a keynote, and what it ended up becoming is a 10-point model of integration. So a lot of times people, if I ask this whole room, how many of you believe you have integrity? Everybody raised their hand, right? And so now it's like, well, integrity is usually this thing that we accuse others of not having, but we seem to feel that we have plenty. And so I'm an accountability guy. But what I want to do, and this is what I'm using the Integrity Game for, is to make accountability non-threatening. What if accountability was non-threatening? So the idea is the 10 points on the model, the idea is they're question sets. So if somebody's playing the Integrity Game, the first step is to understand the questions. Second step, which is harder, is to answer them. And then the hardest step is to make sure your answers empower and integrate with each other rather than confuse, dilute, or sabotage each other. So if your answer to purpose is to save the world, and your answer to goals is to, I don't know, make as much money as possible and buy a yacht, where does that integrate? How do you save the world by buying a yacht?
Right.
Which is possible, you follow, but I haven't figured it out yet. My point is, it's hard enough to answer the 10 questions. What's my purpose? What are my gifts? How do I differentiate? What's my competitive advantage, right? So that's the gifts part, and then what's my potential? What are my goals? What are the strategies I choose? What's my relationship with my word? What actions do I take? What's my intentional learning? Because we all learn, right? But we either learn the hard way or intentionally. I prefer intentional learning paths. And then what do I accomplish and accumulate? And then ultimately, what do I do and give to serve to others? So the integrity game is endeavoring to have answers to those 10 questions. But I don't answer for other people. That's why I walk in your shoes. I got my own integrity game answers. I want you to answer your own, right? But now you can be held accountable. Because if I know what your 10 answers are, it's easy to hold you accountable to what you want. Those are your answers. It's not me telling you what to do. It's not an institution telling you what. It's not the man telling you what to do. Right? But most people, they want to be told what to do, and then they resist it. And then they'll raise their hand when I ask, do you have integrity? But then I'll say, keep your hands up and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear not to shoot the messenger. So I'm being vulnerable and challenging people's understanding of integrity, but being practical by giving a 10-step framework to make increasing integrity actionable, to make accountability non-threatening.
That's amazing.
Well, we're having fun with it. And then now it's in book form. It's a self-published book, and now that I'm on campus at San Diego State with it, there may be a textbook version of the integrity game, and we've done soft skill training programs that are packaged integrity game. There's a keynote speech integrity game. I'm like Star Wars or the band Kiss, where I've got like integrity game shoes and integrity game toilet paper and all of that, right? But we are building a brand, and I think it's like a Trojan horse. It's a safe and comfortable way to play.
Amazing. Well, it has been a pleasure talking to you. Thank
Likewise.
you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you, Amy.